goes.
Happy Thanksgiving!
I see you, Mason and Kennedy. Well done. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody down here in the Bahamas. Very tough assignment, but we're marching through. Happy Thanksgiving from the Lazy River, Atlantis, Paradise. Yeah, that's a good spot to be after some turkey. Believe it. And we welcome you to the Bad Boy Mowers Battle for Atlantis. And inside the Imperial Arena, semifinal number 2, a couple of ranked teams. Number 8, Gonzaga, number 11, Oregon. As we get ready to go, Michigan getting past North Carolina in our first semifinal. Welcome to you courtside, John Shambi and Jimmy Dykes. First things first, happy Thanksgiving, partner.
Same to you, man.
Good
to be
stuff.
with you. Absolutely. What a first game that was, huh?
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, a North Carolina team that looked pretty good against Alabama, and Michigan, a hard-fought win against Iowa State, and they really thumped North Carolina.
Look, I told you yesterday, I think Michigan's the real deal. I think they're the best team in the Big Ten, and I still believe it from everything I've seen the last 2 days on the island. They're not ranked in the top 25, but they're a top 10 team. Eli Brooks was the guy today, knocking down key shots, and Isaiah Livers, and they move the ball so well. When your best player is not your best player, I'm talking about Xavier Simpson, and you still win a hard game, that's a sign of a really good team. Carolina could have gone away. They fought their way back. They just struggle to shoot the basketball where Michigan does not. Michigan is the real deal.
You mentioned Xavier Simpson, and one of the things as far as the Wolverines, Simpson fouled out. He played only 17 minutes, and yet Michigan is in the championship game. They await the winner of this one between Gonzaga and Oregon. When you look out into the Northwest and teams that have become powers in college basketball, obviously for about 20 years now, Gonzaga's been one of the powers, but Dana Altman's turned Oregon into a powerhouse as well. Final Four in 2017, and then last night, 19 points they were down the second half and came back.
Yeah, and so now you have the Pacific Northwest comes all the way to Atlantis to go blow for blow with one another. But last night was really a spectacular game because Seton Hall had this thing under control, but there was no give in, no give up by the Oregon Ducks. And it all starts with Peyton Pritchard, who's as good of a college point guard that we have in the game right now in terms of how he handles the ball, going for his 116th straight start tonight. He's a durable kid with a big-time game in big-time moments. And Miles Powell, as good as he was, Seton Hall now swing and a miss against Michigan State, a swing and a miss against Oregon.
Now they finished on a huge run, a 19-point comeback, 30-12 the run to end the game. And Miles Powell with a game-high 32. It didn't matter, though, as Oregon picked up the win. Meanwhile, on the Gonzaga side, a win in their first game against Southern Miss. Corey Kispert was great. They are dealing with some injuries, though.
Gonzaga absolutely is. They weren't full strength when they came to the island. Now they're already down another guy in Anton Watson today with a sprained ankle. Last night, Corey Kispert looked like the Corey Kispert we expect him to be all season long, with 7 made threes in that ball game, ties the Battle for Atlantis record. 28 points. He's a big-time wing at 6'7" that's going to have another big-time afternoon because this is an Oregon team that can really disrupt you, speed you up. Gonzaga has not been tested nearly as severely as Oregon has. And talking to Dana Altman before the ball game, he said, I know Gonzaga's really, really good. But in terms of who we played and who they played, it's kind of hard to figure out. We will know in the next 2 hours.
Philip Petrushev will jump it up. And for Oregon, it'll be Francis Okoro. So Petrushev for Gonzaga, Okoro for the Ducks. Gonzaga controls, and here's Ryan Woolridge. Woolridge and Admon Gilder, grad transfers, the two of them, and two good buddies. Gonzaga starting lineup presented by Atlantis. Gilder and Woolridge, the grad transfers. Petrushev, Kispert, and Killian Tilley, who did not play in yesterday's win, coming off knee surgery. That knee swelled up on the plane.
But both teams, they're experienced guys, but inexperienced together. With all the grad transfers and JUCO transfers on the floor. And both these teams are going to continue to get better, especially when Gonzaga gets healthy.
Good look underneath. Woolridge kick out. Gilder swings to Tilley. And that one off the mark. Swooping in is Houston for the rebound.
You cannot let Tilly get open looks, though. He and Kispert have gravity ability. And what I mean by that, the defense is they're drawn to them even without the basketball an extra step or step and a half.
Jamie Lucky says Gonzaga basketball. Gonzaga a season ago 33-4 got to the Elite Eight, and for Dana Altman's Oregon Ducks lost in the Sweet 16. And they lost to the eventual national champs UVA.
The Zags have the size to throw over the top of that Oregon zone press for the most part. And Oregon will change up the heat point, the pressure point, as the game goes on.
Chile puts it on the floor, and that one rolls around and out. Mathis goes baseline. And here's Peyton Pritchard. We mentioned one of the best college point guards in the sport.
Well, the guy's a winner, and the game slows down when he has the ball in his eyes. That's exactly what you want from your lead guard spot.
Step back, missed everything. Chile pulls it down. Kick up ahead, and Woolridge, as they feed inside. Petrushev, nice look. Woolridge, point blank, couldn't hit. We're still pitching a shutout.
And the ones you have to make, right? It cost an over-the-back call on Petrushev.
One of the best coaches in college basketball, Mark Few, leading in terms of active winning percentage, Mark Few. And, I mean, you look at 9 Sweet 16s, got to the national title game in 2017.
Just the model of the consistency in terms of the type of kid he recruits. They have no recruiting boundaries at all. There's the Gonzaga. They can go international. They can go into Texas and get Drew Timme when everybody else in the country wants him. That Gonzaga brand is as strong as we have in college ball, Boog.
There is a lid on the basket. Here is Gilder. Hesitation, now backs it out. Kispert, catch and shoot.
Bam.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a big-time stroke now. He made 7, and he's capable of doing it again. You can give him no airspace. They made that basket playing 4-on-5.
Houston spinning. And with the hook, an offensive foul on Shakur Justu. Hit the game-winning shot last night. Corralled an air ball, put it in. And Oregon, until the winning bucket, Oregon last night, they led for 97 seconds in that game.
Yeah, it was an incredible game to watch. And talking to Dana in the locker room, just the start to their second half was so lethargic and letting Miles Powell take wide open shots. But the voice of Peyton Pritchard and Okoro was so good. Now, if Kispert keeps doing this, you have to close out on a jump shot. He goes by you. He can go for big numbers.
Ducks move the ball. Duarte into the paint, flips it up and in, and the Ducks on the board.
Yeah, National Junior College Player of the Year, can flat out score. Big time stroke, and not enough film to know how much he can do it off the bounce, but in the last 2 days he's done well.
Petrushev puts it in.
He's got some ruggedness about him. He's not as big in terms of thick in person as you think on film, but there's no coward on this Gonzaga team or Oregon team. It is not allowed. It's not in their culture. Either way.
Woolridge hesitates, then left hand, and then Petrushev with the putback. One of the things during this run for Gonzaga, thanks in part to their assistant Tommy Lloyd, that international flavor. It seems like year in and year out, they have someone from overseas making an impact, or someone from Canada.
Yeah, and Petrushev is the next guy from international to be a star at Gonzaga. Gilder, the big transfer guard from Texas A&M, just solid in all areas. This is an old team right now that Mark Few has on the floor.
And there's Chile with the tip in.
What can he not do? You do not have to sacrifice your size in terms of another big guard. Really is what he can be for you, Boog. Gets on the offensive glass. He's driven the ball so far. He can knock down threes. If this guy was healthy the last year and a half, he wouldn't be here today. He'd be playing somewhere in the NBA, talking about National Player of the Year potential.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers builds a better mower. Mow with an attitude. And Atlantis Paradise Island. Bahamas at heart. Back here, college basketball from the Bahamas, and how about overseas? And the impact guys like Turieff, Sacre, Kelly Olynyk. Back in the day, Elias Harris, Shemek Karnowski, Domantas Sabonis, Rui Hachimura. There's always been an international flavor to the Zags, but now with Tilly and Petrushev here in 2019 and 20 and already making an impact.
Yeah, the Zag brand is internationally strong. Really as strong of a brand that you can throw out there when you're recruiting international players because of the success that Mark Few has had. And so how has Mark Few changed his offense from last year to this year? Think about this, Boog. Last year, they were the #1 offensive efficiency team last year with a heavy usage of ball screens. They averaged 20 ball screens per game last year, did Gonzaga. That number has dropped back this year to only about 12 or 13 ball screens per game. Where they have flipped it is they're getting the post-up touch this year that they didn't get last year, and the offense runs through Petrushev and Killian Tilly and Drew Timme. So Mark Few adjusting his offense with his size, pounding that low block right now, and getting ready to 14, 15 post-up per game.
They got a Tilly, they got a Timme, they got an Ayayi. And Petrushev with the rebound. Gives off to Kispert, and into the front court come the Zags. Woolridge handling here.
If you're against Oregon's 2-3 matchup, what it is, it ultimately just run your man-to-man stuff. They're going to get into switching man more times than not when you grade the film.
And there's Timme with the bucket.
Timme likes to post up, but he also likes the cuts, right?
1-0 Jimmy Dice. Turnover there. Zags the other way. Ayayi.
How well was Ayayi last night with 21? Bam. Yeah.
Man, is that smooth or what?
Yeah.
Corey Kispert, the junior from Edmonds, Washington.
But when you're 6'7" and can make guarded shots, what do you do for him? Because he's also shown now the ability to shot fake and to go by and make a little bit of a play. But you still have to make him bounce it into a shot.
Duarte on the baseline, in and out. Ayayi with the rebound. Here comes Gonzaga. Kickback, Kispert again. Wide open, buries it, and it is all Zags in the early going.
Yeah, timeout right there. Corey Kispert is seeing a really big rim.
Corey Kispert in this tournament 10 for 11 from 3.
68% of Corey Kispert's shot to begin this season for his career from the three-point line. He's tracking that number just a little less than that right now. But this is the guy that you absolutely cannot let get loose in transition. A lot of pressure put on the defense by the initial push, but you have to run and tag Corey Kispert.
All Gonzaga here in the early going, and certainly Oregon, no stranger to a big deficit. Down by 19 in the second half last night. A furious comeback. And inside of 15 seconds, a putback by Houston and the win. A heartbreaking loss for Seton Hall. Loose ball, tipped again, and Gonzaga comes away with it.
Gonzaga using the same drop ball screen coverage that Michigan has used so far in this tournament as well.
Timme inside. Jimmy likes that, doesn't he?
Jimmy likes that too. This kid is raw bone tough, talking about Drew Timme. And he plays through contact probably as well as any freshman Mark Few has had in a long time.
Good hands, Peyton Pritchard. Grabs it, goes the other way, left-handed good.
He is tough, huh? Talking for the ball game, he loves chick flicks and country music. What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Country music or chick flicks?
Either one.
I'm kind of a When Harry Met Sally guy. Going back in the day. Kispert, loose ball. Yeah, that's right. We're talking chick flicks in the middle of the game.
Get to the other side of the floor. Well done.
That one's short from Will Richardson, and they'll slow it down. 21-7 here in the early going. Happy Thanksgiving from the Bahamas. John Shambi and Jimmy Dykes courtside here. The battle for Atlantis brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers.
Remember, they are post-up heavy in their half-court offense. Very simple play call, a little inside triangle action that they can go to. A lot of continuity ball screen allows the bigs of Mark Few to, they can always have the option to throw and chase or pound it high-low. And if you can't handle that high-low action and be a grown man on that defensive block, Gonzaga can put a hurt on you in a hurry.
Last foul on Okoro, and he picks up his second. Mark Few, quite simply one of the best coaches in the country. What a power he has built out there. Ayayi knocks down a three, and I mean wide open.
You have to always have an awareness, Boog, with the backside corner, the backside bombs. They're just sitting there waiting on a baseline out of bounds under. Gonzaga saw it, sniffed it out, bam, nothing but the bottom.
Gonzaga 4 of 5 from 3. And an answer there from Addison Patterson.
Addison Patterson reclassified this past summer, 2019, after the Peach Jam. And because Oregon doesn't start their fall semester till October, he gets eligible and goes from a junior to a senior in a couple of months and is playing college ball. How does that happen, by the way? I just throw that out there because I don't understand how that can happen.
That one tipped in there as Lawson comes up with a bucket.
Chandler Lawson has the longest arms in the world. Not in college basketball, possibly the world. I haven't got it confirmed yet, but I know he's in the top 5.
We just have everybody from ESPN out measuring people. 24-12, Gonzaga in the early going. Jimmy Dykes hits the beach when we return.
Big Cosmos, great shooters this year in Atlantis. Corey Kispert, Anthony Mathis, Miles Powell. When they shoot the ball, sweeter than a first kiss. Oh, thank you. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. Thank
you. Cosmo was so kind to me and asked for a second date. Corey Kispert, by the way, at 6'7", Boog, he's much more than a shooter, but right now that is what he's doing, as well as Gonzaga's entire team in this tournament. Gonzaga, think about this, 17 out of 24. They shoot it well in a ballroom. Corey Kispert, 10 out of 11 from the three-point line. This is a real team. Now, will the depth become a factor as this game wears on because Gonzaga's down a guy? They didn't have great depth coming in, but so far, so good. Their size is tremendous.
Anton Watson is out with an ankle injury. Kispert sits. He's already got 11. Last night a career-high 28. And he's gone 10 of 11 in this tourney from 3.
Man, that's hard to do with no one in the gym, right?
Yeah, that's right. And here comes Admon Gilder to the line. And we touched on this yesterday, the idea that grad transfers seem to be impacting most of the elite level teams. It's hard to find, I think, an elite level college basketball team that doesn't have one of these guys. And one of the things you see is Gilder and Woolridge, who are both starting, they're friends for a long time. One from Texas A&M, one from North Texas, and here they are in their final years.
And it's so important to identify the right fit. We talked about this yesterday, and Mark Few has been outstanding with those grad transfers in terms of who fits to be a Zag and who doesn't. Think about it. Nigel Williams-Goss, Byron Wesley, Jonathan Williams, Jordan Matthews, Kyle Wilcher, Brandon Clark, all those guys bought into the Zag way.
Tilly didn't have an opening, kicks it back. Admon Gilder swings it, and now Ayayi, that's from way downtown. Oh my goodness. And now Will Richardson handling. It's been mainly Gonzaga here in about the first 10.5 minutes. Pritchard gets into the paint, flips it up and in.
He lives between the pipes. It's Peyton's place is the paint, and he just has a knack to stay low at 6'3" and seek out. And it's an Oregon team that it's going to be difficult to put away. Seton Hall found that out last night, but this is a hot shooting club. Their skill level as good as we have in the college game, probably 1 through 8.
Tilly not able to hit. And in the corner is Houston. Richardson now inside, kicks left side. And Patterson not able to hit. Fight for that loose ball. Timmy comes away with it.
Get it to the other side of the floor.
Gilder, good look at it. And out of bounds. I mean, they are knocking down everything.
Yeah, Ayayi is 21 points last night. That's just too much space. You're up against the best shooting club right now in all of college basketball from the three-point line. And the numbers so far in the last 2 days are backing it up. And you have to get your heels above the three-point line, not toes to the three-point line. Something that Dana Altman has to continue to drive home to his guys in every timeout. A quick turnaround, by the way, Boog, in terms of you got back to the hotel at 1 o'clock last night for Oregon. Digest it and make sure you play the right way now.
Pritchard knocks that down. It's a 3. And they're within 10. Tilly, little lob. Collected by Petrushev. And then it's rejected. Oregon the other way. Pritchard lost the handle. Kispert. And now Ayayi. Wide open. Gilder. That missed everything. Inside Kispert. Layup wouldn't go as it was contested. And now they have a chance to get it under 10. Pritchard.
Pretty much limited to one shot is Oregon. Haven't looked at the stats to see the number of offensive boards, but it is one and done with the size of Gonzaga.
Oh my
just
goodness.
Eating them up.
And another open look, couldn't hit that one. Ayayi, who had 28, or I should say 21 and 12 in a game last night. Petrushev with the rebound. One and done for the Ducks.
I think Dana Altman's patience is done in terms of if you give up an open 3, you're coming out. Because we're 12 minutes into this ball game, and there's been way too many out of the team in black for the guys in white.
And a turnover. And again, the Ducks a chance to get it to single digits. Jumper from Houston.
Now Oregon getting nothing on the offensive glass. It's Kispert, Tilly, Petrushev, Timmy. They're all just forming a cup and giving you nothing.
All right, how about some college football? Eyes of the Big Ten will be in Minneapolis this coming Saturday. Number 12, Wisconsin. Number 8, Minnesota. They'll battle for a spot in the Big Ten championship. The winner gets Ohio State and wins an outright Big Ten West. Wisconsin and Minnesota, 3:30 Eastern, ABC and ESPN app.
Winner gets Ohio State. Talk about Big Ten basketball.
Yeah.
Michigan State fans didn't like it. They don't like it again. Michigan's the best team in the Big Ten. And I think Ohio State right now is right there behind them, and then Michigan State. But Michigan is backing up what I think about them right now in Atlantis. They are the real deal. When your point guard and your post player is probably going to be the best in any game you go up against, or at least right there with him, you got a great chance.
Kispert had a pretty good look at it. And Gonzaga out of bounds. And it'll be Oregon basketball when we come back. All right, when we come back, an announcement, please stand by.
Is this something I know about yet?
You don't, I do. It's major. Back here in the Bahamas. Yeah, hang out with the Dolphins, go down the water slides, slide through sharks. College basketball and more of it next year. And here is our announcement. And here from Atlantis next season, a week before the men's tournament, they will have a women's tournament. The 2020 Battle for Atlantis Women's Tournament, the 21st through the 23rd. Central Michigan, Marquette, Minnesota, Oklahoma, South Florida, Syracuse, South Carolina, and the Ducks.
And that'd be a loaded field right now, wouldn't it, with South Carolina and Oregon? No doubt. That is tremendous for women's college basketball. Paradise Island. What a terrific place, huh? Let me tell you something else I've noticed since I've been here. A sea lion can hold their breath for 20 minutes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
Okay.
They can also swim 22 miles per hour.
Richardson flips it up and in.
There's this press now you're always concerned with. You go up the sideline, you better go. They'll get it on your side and ride you up.
Woolridge, and the tip is Petrushev gets inside, and he's fouled.
The speed of Ryan Woolridge is important in this game. Because every now and then, Boog, you can't run press offense. You just have to have a guy that can just go and beat the press, and he is your press offense. And that's what Ryan Woolridge is right now. And North Texas grad transfer. That team won 21 games last year. And extremely fast with the ball on film last year from North Texas, and just as fast in person.
And again, Woolridge, who played on the same AAU team with Edmund Gilder. He had a right leg injury with about 6 minutes to go last night. He had surgery back in April, a kneecap issue.
Yeah, he missed most of the summer, and not till early fall was he 100% to get going. And just a good size guard, man. Something that Mark Few had to have at that point guard spot.
Well, Gilder and Woolridge are both big and fast.
Yes, they are, yes.
Walker now gets that to go. Three-pointer there for C.J. Walker.
He is super explosive at the rim. He was an absolute beast in the summer circuit as a rebounder. There's that high-low. They pound you, Boog. They just pound away at you.
They swatted away from Petrushev. And then the feed inside and the bucket for C.J. Walker. And all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. 6.5 to go here. First half, the winner gets Michigan at our championship game.
Relentless pressure by Oregon. Gonzaga did not talk. You cannot text on defense, by the way, college players. You have to talk.
Duarte, Euro step off the glass and good.
Yeah, same thing last night. This Duck team is not going to go away without a fight. They are athletic, they are deep, they play hard, and they play a style that just keeps coming at you. Duarte, known as a 41% three-point shooter coming out of junior college, but has shown the last 2 days on film, his scouting report is now going to grow for future opponents. He can do some things off the bounce that we weren't sure about coming in.
Born in Montreal, raised in the Dominican Republic, played his high school ball in Troy, New York. Chris Duarte leading the Ducks. They're on a 14-2 run. And Oregon within 3. Number 8 Gonzaga, number 11 Oregon. Oregon had a huge win last night over a ranked team. Michigan with a win in our first game of the day as they thumped North Carolina. And they await the winner in the championship tomorrow.
You know, I talked to Juwan Howard after the ball game just about 30 minutes ago. And first thing he said was, Jimmy, my guys compete their butts off now. And that's so important. We can talk about the offense you run and how you handle ball screens and all that. If you don't fight and you don't compete, you got no shot. And Michigan has kept that in their DNA. Those dudes play hard.
Timmy gets it into the front court.
If you stand against Oregon, you're guarding yourself. You've got to move, run your man-to-man offense. If you're not sure what it is, move the ball, move yourself, be aggressive.
Kispert feeds, the double team comes. Petrushev turns it over.
Bad pass, let him out of bounds.
Lawson kicks it up ahead. Mathis not able to convert. And Gonzaga, 3-point advantage. Gilder gives off. Petrushev with the bucket. And Gonzaga had missed 11 in a row before that.
After being so hot, he got a great job by Petrushev to kind of space off of the drive that was coming at him. Didn't get locked on the box. A hard shot that he made look easy. That slot 45 ball screen that's so difficult to defend, especially if it's sprint out ball screen. Here it comes. You can go either way.
Richardson gives off Duarte. And he'll shoot 2. Chris Duarte is fouled. So they get the foul on Corey Kispert. And that will be his first.
That was a violent cut. I talked about it yesterday, I believe with Cole Anthony. And something that Cole has to get better at doing on a consistent basis. But this kid came now with a purpose, Duarte off that screen. He was being tailgated by Kispert, lock and trail tailgate, whatever you want to call it. But he came shoulder to shoulder and low now with some speed and some toughness to catch that basketball.
Semi-final number 2, first half, 5:04 to go. And Duarte at the line. And rolls the second one home. Ducks within 3.
It is that is your press breaker so far for Mark Few. Not messing around with side-to-side passes and worried about the length of that Oregon press.
Petruschev goes off the glass and good.
No double, no chance of stopping it. If you're Oregon, you have to come quick and early. Every low post touch, it has to be doubled up now.
And now Pritchard turns the corner, gets inside, feed off. And Houston not able to convert it, got knocked away, and the Zags had the ball up by 5. Oregon has definitely stepped up the defense after some lapses in the early going. Even shots Gonzaga missed, they had some really wide open looks.
Absolutely. Again, the bigs for Gonzaga, they can set ball screens, they can throw and chase, and they can get into the high-low. A lot of freedom within that Gonzaga system right now.
Oregon basketball when we return. Gonzaga by 5. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Hurry in for Black Friday deals. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. And Atlantis Paradise Island, Bahamas at heart.
Yeah. Keep it up. Keep it up. No. Hey, stay here.
All right, you guys, and 3:57 to go, and I have my best friends here. All right, so I got Grace and Sienna and Rowan and Trey and well, there's Trey and Jack and Finley and where's Brady? Brady, don't be shy. Happy Thanksgiving.
So awesome.
Love you guys.
And I'm glad I turned around before we went on camera because they had the B and the G exchange at one point.
It was going to be Goob.
Said, we love Goob.
We love Goob.
But I straightened them out. That's so cool.
I feel like I get that as much as anything. We love Goob.
You're the godfather to a couple of those kids, right?
Just one.
Just one.
Just
okay.
one. Yeah.
They couldn't have you. Just call you the godfather from here on out.
Huh? 5-point game here. That last foul, by the way, on Killian Tilly picked up his second. John Chomby, Jimmy Dykes, happy Thanksgiving from the Bahamas and the Atlantis. Inside, and Walker, a little strong. Ayayi rebounds, push up ahead, and Woolridge. Petruschev surveying, takes a big step, lost the handle. His putback wouldn't go. I mean, that was point blank.
That was point blank.
Duarte, opposite pass, shot short. Almost a replay of the shot to win it last night on the air ball. Only that time, Shakur Houston not able to put it in.
Bigs of Gonzaga so good at popping, getting into the guy to get the ball from side to side. It's hard to deny him because of how well they get into your body and pop. Playing on a crowded floor right now.
That's too easy.
Well, where's the double team?
Gets inside.
It's too easy. You're right, but where's the double team? I mean, you had him in a crowd when he caught it. Make the crowd tighter.
Duarte got it. That's a big one, and it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, when you're the National Junior College Player of the Year, you can go on 8 and 9-0 runs by yourself. And this kid's capable of doing it.
Gonzaga and Oregon winner takes on Michigan. Woolridge hesitates, gets inside, and draws the foul.
Really good.
He went down hard.
Yeah, he did go down hard. Again, you talked about that injured right knee that he had cleaned up this past spring. But he's got some speed now. He's got that second, third gear and did a terrific job of driving the seal on the backside right there. Look at that seal-off by Drew Timme. And point guards that drag defenders with them and drive a seal-off, that's a high-experience play.
Woolridge, you see that big sleeve and the pad on that right knee. Admon Gilder, his backcourt mate, dealing with a sore right knee. We mentioned Anton Watson, who's averaging in the neighborhood of 8 points a game, injured his ankle against Southern Miss in the first minute, and he's out for this one. There he is with the boot.
Yeah, I was in their locker room before the game. They're not calling it a high ankle sprain, but it's a good one in terms of in a bad way. And he could be out for a while, and his hands are off the charts. Talking about Anton Watson as a defender for a freshman, his hands are lightning.
Yeah, more length as he goes 6'8", 220. Duarte inside the three-point line. Kispert rebounds.
Gonzaga doing a good job of showing their length defensively. The Toronto Raptors won the NBA title. And that's one of the things they talked about all last season was play and show your length defensively. Zag's doing a good job of spreading out.
I mean, that's kind of who Kawhi Leonard is.
Absolutely,
right?
He was, yes.
Shot clock under 10. Woolridge probing, kick out. Good ball fake, Ayayi.
That's beautiful. Luke, it's beautiful because the corner wasn't filled, the slot was filled. And on the baseline drive, the Zags knew exactly where they were going with that basketball.
Duarte kicks out to Houston, looking for the lob inside, and that'll go. Chandler Lawson with the deuce.
The long arm of the law, Chandler Lawson, I'm telling you. 13 in black on film, just looks like a Spider-Man out there with the long arms and the wingspan, how active he is. The last basket by Gonzaga was terrific basketball. It's a baseline drive. The corner is not filled, but the slot is filled. And Woolridge knew exactly where he was going with that basketball. Right there, boom. That is the slot, that 45-degree slant off of that elbow. And nothing but the bottom. A highly skilled Gonzaga team coming in 41% from three as a team so far.
I made this point to you yesterday. A couple of times guys for Gonzaga have hit deep threes. I'd say, I'm going to put it at 5 years ago, you didn't have to close out on that. I don't think guys were shooting from 5 feet behind the three-point line.
Yeah, not as many. You're exactly right. Not as many.
Pritchard, pull up. Rattles around and out, and Ayayi the rebound.
Can I tell you how I feel about Peyton Pritchard?
Yeah, give it.
Give me a better point guard in college basketball than Peyton Pritchard.
Nice move there by Woolridge.
A better one. A better point guard than Peyton Pritchard. The durability, the 18 points a game, the toughness, the defense that he brings. He's the real deal as a college point guard. I don't care about him as a pro. He's the real deal, this kid with the ball right here on the college level. Can he make a play? A momentum basket would be huge. Get it up in time to give yourself an offensive rebound opportunity.
Pritchard goes to work, gets inside.
What a find.
Kicks out, great find.
Bam!
Bang!
I'm telling you, Peyton Pritchard is a dude. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves. You can't close out a half any better than what Peyton Pritchard just did.
6-point game, good one. Semifinal number 2 after the break. John Brickley, Sean Farnham, Robbie Hummel. You're watching Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. Back here in the Bahamas, it's just been smooth sailing. Yeah, that was a reach. All right, at the break, Gonzaga on top of Oregon, 43-37. Now it's speeding up. I'm scared. We take a look at the way things have been going, and our tournament brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, our battle for Atlantis. All right, first half, Oregon, got down early and then came back.
And that's who they are. We saw last night in the opening round game. You can't put them away. And Gonzaga shot lights out, and they had way too many open looks the first 10 minutes of the game. And then Oregon said, you know what, we have to tighten things up a little bit. You got a chance at all times if you have Peyton Pritchard, and that's what Oregon has. So this is not going to be an easy game for Gonzaga to finish off, Boo, because they got 7 dudes. That's it. Mark Few's playing with 7 guys in this tournament. We'll see if they have the depth to hold up for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, I wonder about that. Playing just 7 guys, and obviously no Watson out with that ankle injury. Last night against Seton Hall, they trailed by as many as 19 in the second half, and they finished on that big run and the winning bucket with under 15 seconds to go, and they end up winning the game. And there's the guy that anchors them, who is really their leader and the guy that ends up giving them that steadying presence, Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, he closed out the half as good as you can for a point guard. Plays between the pipes, got to the rim, found the corner shot. And now Oregon gets the ball back to start the second half. And it was a huge play in the first 20 minutes.
Our bad boy Mowers battle for Atlantis, semifinal number 2. The winner will take on Michigan. Shot clock under 10. Pritchard hesitating. Tries to feed inside. They get a kick ball. And we take a look at our first half stats. They're brought to you by Atlantis. And Gonzaga started out on a 24-7 run. Oregon finished on the 30-19 run. And Petrushev and Kispert, the 2 keys for the Zags offensively. And a travel.
How about Gonzaga right now? Corey Kispert and Joel Ayayi combined for 69 points so far in a game and a half on the island. They're shooting 74% from the field, those 2 guys are, and they're shooting 84% from the 3. Kispert and Ayayi alone putting up huge numbers.
Woolridge, Gilder, Tilly, Kispert all out there. And Petrushev, turnover. It'll go the other way. And here come the Ducks down by 6. Duarte now. Kick to the corner. It squirts away from Houston. And now they set it back up. Peyton Pritchard, the senior, a little hesitation. Working on the baseline as they move the basketball. Shot clock under 10. Duarte steps back, shot contested, and a rebound inside by Okoro. Kicks out wide open Pritchard. And a rebound pulled down by Woolridge.
Petrushev has been so good as a ball screen defender in this game. That time within 1 possession twice he had to come out, take on a guard, move his feet, and force tough 2s.
Shot off the mark from Gilder. And inside, Duarte puts it in. He might have gotten fouled there.
Yeah, he's having a game now. That scouting report I said in the first half, it's going to grow on this guy as you continue to watch more film. He is more than just that 40% three-point shooter that he brought with him from junior college last year.
Petrushev backing down on Okoro. Just short on the shot, but he had a really nice look.
And interesting that Dana Altman not coming with a double to start the second half on that low block touch.
Houston. Gonzaga the rebound. And now Kispert. Tilly will try. Got it. The senior from France, Cagnes-sur-Mer.
I'm not sure I'm cheering for anyone to have a great year more than I am for that kid right there, Killian Tilly, because the injuries that he's battled through the last couple of years, the resiliency that he fights back with. But when you're 6'10" and you have a jump shot that rotates about 3.5 times the ball does from the time he releases it to get to the rim, that's about as pure of a stroke as you're going to find. He is hard to guard.
Gonzaga in the tournament, 20 of 33 from the three-point line. Duarte now.
Have you ever counted the rotations on a ball when it's in flight from the three-point line?
I have not. Have you?
Yeah. I mean,
really?
you don't want it to be once. I mean, that's a knuckleball. You don't want it to be 7. That's way too much spin.
Okay.
About 3.5, maybe 4 rotations. If you watch really good shooters all year long, count the number of times the ball's rotating around on its release to the rim. I think Killian Tilly is going to be about 3.5, maybe 4 rotations overall. 1,
Tilly.
2, 3. That's about where he's at.
I can't wait till we have Rapsodo and Trackman in basketball as well, because it's taken over in baseball.
We're going out at the next TV timeout. I want you to shoot one. I'm going to count your ball rotations.
Good luck to everybody. Loose ball. Duarte tracks it down. Tries to go up and under, and Tilly pulls it away. Now Kispert. Gonzaga up by 5. Kispert up ahead. Rejected.
C.J. Walker just waiting on it. Absolutely just waiting on it and erased it.
Duarte the other way. Answers, and it's a 2-point game.
That block shot is like a quick long 3 in terms of how quickly Oregon got it rim to rim, or rim to the shot point.
Tilly now looking for some help, gets to Woolridge.
You got to move. You can't stand against Oregon. They'll confuse you defensively if you let them do it. Move the ball, move yourself, run your man stuff.
Gilder hoists. Loose ball. Gonzaga comes away with it. And they had a couple of good looks at it. That time Woolridge not able to hit. Oregon could take the lead with a 3. These two teams don't play very often. First meeting since the 99-2000 season. Duarte rattles around. Loose ball. Gonzaga comes away with it.
Wasn't their first meeting back like in the 1930?
Indeed.
It was 1930. 29-27. Was Tony Bennett coaching at that point?
Really nice high-low there.
How about Tony Bennett in Virginia?
Yep.
They can't score nearly as well this year as last year, so Tony says, we're just going to continue to choke this thing down. Maine had 26 points in that game last night.
Yep.
They made 8 shots. Maine made 8 shots the entire game. A 40-minute game. It wasn't a half. The entire game.
Pritchard, step back, soft touch, nicely done.
Well done by Pritchard to attack that. Just that sagging off drop coverage and forced to make it tough too, and he sticks it.
Pritchard, push up ahead. And Okoro able to put it in.
I think Gonzaga looks a little tired, and it's not surprising. They've gone a stretch now without a break. They're playing 7 guys. Shot short, another sign of it.
Tie game. They had a bunch of looks at it, and good ones couldn't hit. And now Oregon with a chance to take the lead. They have not led today.
Back-to-back threes by Gonzaga. They both came up short. A little bit of an indication that some tired legs right now from these guys from Spokane. Dana Altman's guys are athletic and they're fast, and it shows up in different ways. C.J. Walker just erases it, and off to the races they come. Peyton Pritchard with nice pace. The spot up, bam. Ducks, quack, quack, tie it up.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Hurry in for Black Friday deals. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. And Atlantis Paradise Island. Bahamas at heart. Back here in the Bahamas, middle of your screen, Craig Counsell, manager of the Milwaukee Brewers, Mark Kotze, coach for the Oakland A's, former major leaguers, got their families here to take in a little college basketball, celebrate some Thanksgiving, and taking in a good one watching Oregon and Gonzaga. Last night for the Ducks, a monstrous comeback against a very good Seton Hall team.
Yeah, they are very good. Miles Powell again with huge numbers last night, but they couldn't close out the game. I mentioned at the start of this one, Seton Hall had a chance to put away Michigan State, couldn't do it. They had a chance to put away Oregon last night, couldn't do it. But I give a lot of credit to Dana and his guys and their belief in what they do and how they play. And the depth of Oregon in this game. He's played, what, 9 guys, and I think you look at Gonzaga's shootings, they started off 11 out of 19. They've only made 7 out of the last 29, and Oregon may be getting into their legs just a little bit.
Ayayi with the basketball gives to Kispert. All tied up.
Oregon much better at swarming to the ball, the dribble penetration, and doing a good job of circling the post and not letting those touches come in. That was too easy.
Petrushev is fouled, and he will shoot 2. I will say this, Jimmy. Even when Gonzaga has missed looks, they've had a number of open looks that they just haven't been able to hit.
Yeah. I like what Mark Few did, though, kind of the timeout. He's not going to shoot his way right now into a big lead. He's going to pound away, I think, for 3 or 4 minutes and say, okay, Oregon, can you handle us inside at the end of this game? Because I go back to how he's changed his offense. He's gone from heavy on the ball screen action to the low block touches. And Petrushev's getting 7.2 post-ups per game. Drew Timmy's getting 5.5. And that's the power part of the floor that I think Mark Few's going to go right at for 3 or 4 minutes.
By the way, that was the first foul of the half for either side.
Zags extend their defense now. 1 second to work with. Well done by Gonzaga.
Inside, and rebound by Kispert. And the Zags look to move the ball. Ayayi.
It's got to go inside. Before anyone from Gonzaga gets a shot, it's got to go inside. Yeah, and Jamie Lucky right on top of it. He's looking for the same thing. Drew Timme, I think, camped out about 4 seconds. Well, 3-second call? Is that what it was?
I'm not sure whether they got him for 3 seconds or a foul. I think it was 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Or 4 seconds, either way. Let's see where the Ducks go in this spot. Shot clock winding down. Richardson down. Get it to Pritchard. Way downtown.
Wow.
Got it!
You know, they moved him off ball. Peyton Pritchard, that entire possession, he played the off-guard spot. And late clock just comes on a dead sprint.
He's got a dozen points. Pritchard had 16 in their win. 12 in the second half in the victory over Seton Hall last night. And the senior doing it again. Oregon, first lead of the game.
And I'll ask you again, name a point guard in college ball that you would have above Peyton Pritchard. That's a very short list in my book. Well done, 3. Well done.
Of course they're on the basketball court. I found them, Jimmy. 2 ducks.
Well, the main duck lives in the gym the entire time of his life. Talking about Peyton Pritchard. And he put a chip back on his shoulder late last year on that run to the Pac-12 Most Outstanding Player Award. Changed his nutrition, his diet, and he's a real deal now. He's a scoring glue guy. Those dudes are hard to find.
Is there a type of duck call you use there?
Or the Oregon duck. I was calling it an Oregon duck.
Okay.
Yeah. Spatola, I don't know what, he was some Bohemian duck, something he was searching for. A West Indian whistling duck is what Spatola was after.
All right. Patterson inside, and he gets fouled. The Ducks bench wants the basket to count. Bert Smith says 2 shots.
Boog, you always catch what you're close to. And if you're around Dana Altman, which trickles down to Peyton Pritchard, you're going to catch competitive fire and toughness. And it starts with Dana. I've known him for a long, long time. And it goes right to his assistant coach on the floor, number 3. And they fight now. You're not going to punk Oregon. Seton Hall tried it last night. And they're built to do it. And Oregon would have no part of it.
Patterson buries them And it's a 3-point advantage for the Ducks.
If I catch what I'm close to, I'm a cold and a cough waiting to happen.
That's true. That is accurate.
Can I get your? Do your pipes come with it if I do get that?
Timmy inside and draws the contact. They'll go to the line, and Timmy will shoot 2.
Just another big boy post up though by Gonzaga. They walk you up the lane about halfway and say, okay, how are you going to guard me? You get on the high side, we're going to clear out the back end. You play behind me, we're going to jam it in and let us turn and go. And Mark Few is going to hang in this game in his mind right now by pounding away at the box.
And again, they've only played 7 here in this one. And we'll see if they're able to hang in there. Yeah, we got ourselves a 1-point game. Here on Thanksgiving, 11 to go. John Shambi, Jimmy Dykes. The winner gets Michigan in our championship tomorrow. Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlanta. Semifinal number 2. Michigan thumping North Carolina in our first semifinal. Inside, Walker grabbed it, missed it. Pritchard, 3. Look at the Ducks on the boards. Tracked down by Will Richardson. They'll set it back up. Richardson now. And Pritchard will set it back up. Way downtown for Pritchard. And it'll go the other way as that foul's on C.J. Walker.
I tell you what, though, that's how you go to the offensive glass if you want one. You don't worry about what's between point A and point B.
Foul on Walker, his 4th. And so Houston will check back in.
That's the kind of stuff that C.J. Walker did high school circuit in summer ball. He was a fearless rebounder.
Gonzaga down a point. Corey Kispert, 11 points in the first 6 minutes of the game. Nothing since.
Yeah, he's got to start. He's got to shake loose. He's got to rise up with confidence, and he can make guarded shots because he's 6'7". He may have to make a couple. Pound
inside,
away.
Tilly had it slapped away.
Gonzaga playing feet on that three-point line. They just refuse to get overextended.
Duarte. Mid-range wouldn't go. It ends up with Kispert. And Woolridge into the front court. Well, that one gets
wedgie in Atlantis.
That's what happens on the water slide.
It does.
Sorry.
Yes. It does.
I'm all about painting the picture.
Hey, I'm just telling you something. This is a true story. That's right there. I went so fast down the water slide this morning with the race off against Spatola.
Yeah.
I got 2 burn marks in my britches when I got back to my room.
Really?
I am not kidding.
I love that I got a dadgum in day 1 and britches.
And holes in my britches day 2.
Holes in my britches.
But I won the race.
Did you?
He
legitimately?
Legitimately, because he kept questioning my slide integrity, and then there's fighting words.
He's been questioning your honor. There's no doubt. Gonzaga by a point. John Shambi, Jimmy Dykes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Mark Few did not like the call from Jamie Lucky.
Maybe a bump boog. I don't know. That defense has the right to move their feet. Moving your feet, you're moving your feet. I didn't see it. If anything, I saw an arm bar by the offensive player. It doesn't matter. Jamie Lucky saw it a different way.
Richardson from deep. Rebound, Petrushev.
Oregon needs to stay on the offensive glass. They weren't good in the first 20 minutes. They've been pretty good the second 20 minutes. They need to stay after it.
Kispert turned it over, and they turn it over right back. Ayayi.
Let it fly. Gosh, just a little hesitant.
Timmy not able to hit. And now Richardson.
And you got to score. It's 5-on-4. And you settle for a three-point shot. That's just not having awareness of what's going on.
Woolridge the other way. Offensive foul. And they got it on Drew Timme.
Timme ran and tried a hard seal-off.
Gonzaga fans unhappy with that call. You can hear them.
Woolridge is trying to drive the seal. Right here is where the action is going to take place. I'd have to see it again. I didn't see him rooting anybody out.
Tell you, this one has had stretches of good offense. We are not currently in one of those stretches.
We are not in one of those stretches.
Attention, this is not one of those stretches. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Catch and shoot. That one off the mark from Mathis. Here come the Zags up by a point.
You know how you get in one of those stretches? Kispert knocks down a three, or you pound it inside to Timme or Petrusev. High-low. Oregon's starting to really shrink the court defensively. They sense the same thing that I'm talking about.
That one up and in. Ayayi.
He's a good player, man. You can play him at the 1, the 2, or the 3. He's knocking down a high percentage of the 3 ball, making plays off the bounce.
Richardson hesitating, looking for some help. Opposite. And the jumper won't go, and it ends up in the hands of Woolridge grabbing his side there.
I can't emphasize enough how good Petrusev has been on the ball screen on the other end, Boog. He's moved his feet. He's not giving ground. He's forming a wall, just making life difficult for that Oregon ball screen offense.
Kispert did a good look at it and rattled in and out. Petrusev, by the way, with 13 rebounds to lead everybody in this game.
And watch any ball screen that's set. Petrusev's going to just stay in the lane, move his feet, stay wide, show his length. Timme will do the same. There it is. Just keep moving, force a tough two. That's beautiful, beautiful defense.
Richardson kicks it out. Duarte. And Houston able to pick it up. Inside point blank look. And they get the bucket to get within 1. Time out of the court will take it with them. Gonzaga leading by a point. Semifinal number 2. A chance at the championship game on the line. Well, of course, last 2 seasons, the winner here in the Bahamas. Villanova 2017, the national champs the same year. And last season, the same thing held true. Virginia, Tony Bennett's group beat Wisconsin in the championship and then won the national title. Could we be giving people a preview of the 2020 national titleists? We'll see. Back here in the Bahamas, John Shambi and Jimmy Dykes, Paradise Island.
I'm going to dinner right there later on. I think that's Margaritaville. Been there 3 times this week. Like it. Now, I might buy stock in the place. No, absolutely Oregon or Gonzaga could win the national championship this year. You don't have to be great. But I look for teams that I trust. I trust Michigan because it's an old team. Both these guys today, they're old teams. I trust old in college ball.
Michigan, a team with a lot of experience. I don't know that it's always easy to identify. Tilly on the move and flips it in. Well done. Gillian Tilly from France and dealing with knee surgery that he had on October 3rd. He missed yesterday's game and that knee got a little swollen on him.
Boy, good double back by Kispert off the cut through.
And Duarte trying to feed Houston. And a foul on Gonzaga. The Zags leading by 3, 5:25 to go. Well, earlier today it was Michigan thumping North Carolina, and they did it for the most part without the services of Xavier Simpson, who fouled out playing about 17 minutes. Eli Brooks with a big game.
That's a sign of a big-time team when your best player is not your best player and you still win a hard game, and that's what Michigan did today against North Carolina. North Carolina could have got thumped by 25, 30 points, but they fought their way back and put some game pressure on Michigan. But that's a real team. Right now, my eyes tell me Michigan is a top 10 team. I think they're the best team in the Big Ten. Could that change going forward? Absolutely. But they are the real deal.
Yeah, they're impressive.
Yes.
I don't think there's any question. 3-point game. As Duarte swings back to Pritchard. Shot clock under 10. Ayayi gets out. Pritchard gets into the paint. And which way is the foul? And it'll be on Ayayi. And
that's a 50-50 ball. They both had it. I don't call that a foul. I think that's a play on.
Yeah.
And Ayayi, by the look on his face, is thinking the same thing, but now it has to be next play.
Ducks, by the way, started the second half 6 for 14. They're 1 for 13 since. Chance to tie with a 3 as we go under the 5-minute mark. John Chomby, Jimmy Dykes, happy Thanksgiving to you.
Oregon goes in and out of the first ball screen, then sets the second ball screen, and they get a bucket off of it. Pretty good play call by Dana Altman. The first big came with a smoke screen. The second big set it and gets the guard going down between the pipes.
Sophomore Will Richardson, nice move. High floater, getting that to go. 1-point game. Tilly puts it on the floor.
Heads up.
Thought that was coming at us. Kispert able to corral it. Shot clock at 5.
Let it go.
Tilly, ball fake, jumper. Pritchard the rebound.
Good field though by Killian Tilly to not get sped up by the shot clock. Had the presence to sidestep. Got a clean look.
This has not been an offensive Mona Lisa in the second half.
It has not, and neither team has fouled. Neither team's in the bonus.
Yeah. Feed down to Coro. Well, he might have moved his feet. And they get the foul. And that'll be on Houston. 1-point game. The winner gets Michigan in our championship. We get a good one. Stay with us. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers. Builds a better mower. Mow with an attitude. And Atlantis, Paradise Island, Bahamas at heart. Well, back here in the Bahamas, and a reminder, the Big Ten ACC Challenge next week, and it's highlighted by a couple of Sonic blockbusters on ESPN. Tuesday, number 1 Duke, number 3 Michigan State, 9:30 Eastern, and then on a Wednesday, number 10 Ohio State, number 6 North Carolina. That's at 9:30 as well. Sonic blockbusters Tuesday and Wednesday, ESPN and the ESPN app. Right now, 3:50 to go in our second semifinal. And the number 8 team in the country, Gonzaga, leading number 11, Oregon, 58-57.
I'll be Notre Dame at Maryland on Wednesday night. Maryland with a first round win today in Orlando against a tough Temple team. That Maryland team is highly ranked and deservedly so. Could very well win Orlando. Now Dana Altman is going to turn the heat up with his press. That's what he did last night when the game got close, and he continues to just come at you with heat.
How do you get Kispert a good shot?
Yeah, and he's got to move. He's guarded himself a lot in this half, as Gonzaga has, with only 15 second half points overall. They've had halves of 53, 41, 43, and now 15.
Ayayi not able to hit.
I have to believe Mark Few wanted the ball thrown inside on that possession. I'm pretty sure he told his bench that when Ayayi rose up to shoot a three. If I could read his lips, he said, I said throw it inside.
Pritchard hesitates, gets inside the free throw line, now kicks out. Shot clock at 7.
Oh, don't gamble.
Got to do something. Richardson. That rattles around. Petrushev with the rebound. And that's his 14th board. Closing in on 2.5 minutes to go. The offense has come to a halt in this one.
Yeah, he's going high-low. He demanded it this time from his guys. There's the result. Mark Few is not going to allow he guarded his own team that time. Boog is what he did. He came down and got everybody's attention, and with the hand signals, he demanded where this ball went. So Mark Few guarded his own team on that possession and said, this is what I want right here. And that's the beauty of Mark Few. As common of the guys we have in the game, self-praise smells bad. And you'll never get that from Mark Few. And you'll never get it from Dana Altman. You won't get it from Roy Williams. We talked to him about catching Dean Smith, and he wanted no part of that conversation. But self-praise smells bad, and that's a low-maintenance guy over there on that sidelines leading the Zags.
Well, Jimmy, I love me some me, so I don't know what to tell you. 3-point game, Gonzaga on top. Just kidding, buddy. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Got a good finish here. John Chomby, Jimmy Dykes.
Or you better tailgate and chase Peyton Pritchard at all times when he gives it up, because he is coming for that ball as a shooter.
Pritchard gets inside the give off, a block but a foul. And going to the line, it'll be Chandler Lawson.
He has a knack, doesn't he, Peyton Pritchard, to get in that lane at crunch time. He did it last night to Seton Hall, and he's going to try to do it again. You've got to attack the proper shoulder on this kid. He reads angles about as well as you can for a college player. He's not a jet, but he's a step faster because of how smart he is at reading angles and reading closeouts and getting the ball on the move.
Lawson gets the first, just a freshman from Memphis, Tennessee. And a top 100 recruit.
Zags have 2 timeouts left in case this press gets hot and puts them in a bad spot if the free throw is a make.
Back to a 1-point game. Oregon 15 out of 17 from the free throw line.
Good job to bring Tilly up at 6'11" because he can throw to the top of the trap. He's your pressure release right now if you're Mark Few in your press breaker. He wants it inside again off that high-low interchange. There's the touch. Now respond off of it.
Opposite look. Kispert got it.
Yeah, really well done, Boog. He got the touch on the low block that he wanted, and then the response of the defense dictated where the ball needs to go. Kispert spotted up in the slot on the weak side.
Inside, and Peyton Pritchard answers. And a timeout. 2-point game. Kispert, then Pritchard. Mark Few and Gonzaga leading it by a couple. 1:20 to go.
Boog, that last offensive possession by Gonzaga was to perfection. The ball's going to go to the low block. Hold it right here, guys. This, you see that hard double coming. Now this is the slot pass, and Kispert gets right to the slot. And in the vision, and a tall pass right on target by Petrushev. Petrushev so good at coming out of that double team and getting just enough space and length to find Kispert spotted up in the slot. But then right up your backside was Oregon to keep this thing a 1-possession game.
Kispert had 11 points in the first 6 minutes of the game, hadn't scored since then. Coming up at the conclusion of our game, Sports Center. Full coverage of Conor McGregor's return to the UFC. UNC and Michigan post-game from the Atlantis. And how about your college football upset guide? Michigan, Ohio State, Auburn, Alabama, Oklahoma State, and Oklahoma. And we'll have An interview here from the Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis. Kispert again gets another.
That is the gamble when you extend your defense. A shooter on the back end of the play. And Corey Kispert, a dagger.
Pritchard looking for some space, under a minute to go. Oregon with that monstrous comeback last night, trying to do it again, and Pritchard knocks it down. He's got 17.
Tough as they come is Peyton Pritchard, a guy that loves chick flick movies and country music, but he is a baller. What a shot, first of all, by Kispert. When you extend your defense like Dana Altman does and will continue to do, the risk you run is a shooter on the back end. They got the ball to Ayayi in the middle part of the floor. Kispert had ran to the three-point line and just sticks it. And at the other end, these are those deep threes that, Boog, you talked about over the last couple of days. This is from way, way downtown from the beach is Peyton Pritchard. And
I mean, that's a jump shot from 28 feet.
Yeah, it really is.
Right about.
And he shot it with ease. Yeah. That's a strong kid, man. Yep. Strong kid. What a ball game as we expected. Both teams now in the bonus. 2 timeouts for Gonzaga. Oregon now down to 1. And what has Mark Few done over the last 3 or 4 possessions? He's guarded his own team by saying, this is the shot I want and where I want it from. And the ball has been going inside. So if you're Oregon, now you're in that spot where are we going to come from with our help defense on a low post touch? I would suggest you don't come off of Kispert and you don't come off of Tilly. Those are the 2 guys that will probably be one on the ball side of the floor and one on the weak side of the floor on any post touch. The problem with Gonzaga, all 5 of them can shoot it on the perimeter right now.
Yeah, Ayayi, when left open, is difficult to deal with for sure.
Yeah. Petrushev, the only guy that's not going to make a 3. He's 0 for 6 on the year coming in, but he will trigger it from a low post touch.
Woolridge gives off. Tilly push up ahead, almost a steal. Petrushev, and they run some clock. Woolridge, Gonzaga by 2.
Set the ball screen, roll out of it, and try to hammer it inside.
They get it inside. Petrushev looking for some help. Loose ball. Still loose. Got to put it up. And he didn't put it up. Shot clock violation. And with 23.5 to go, Oregon basketball. Dana Altman's group with the ball. And Mark Few can't be happy with the way that possession went.
No, just surround sound defense by Oregon on the post touch. Look, watch Peyton Pritchard, number 3, right there. Boy comes in and gets on the floor. If he doesn't get on the floor, who knows who comes up with it. But as a result, it's a late clock, late possession, no shot possession by Gonzaga, and a winning play made again by Peyton Pritchard.
Ducks to inbound, down 2. Winner takes on Michigan in the championship. There we go.
You don't think play right now, you think player. And 3 in black is a player.
Pritchard looking for some help. Clock winding down. Duarte inside, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, but Killian Tilly was not going to give up the layup. Absolutely not. But making earn it from the free throw stripe. Oregon spreads the floor. Got a little bit of a mismatch, and Killian Tilly had to come with a hard foul. Absolutely could not give up a game-tying layup with 7 seconds on the clock.
And a timeout call. So Oregon 6 for 6 from the line. John Shambi and Jimmy Dykes, happy Thanksgiving. How are you? Hope it's been a good turkey day for you. We're still waiting on ours.
We are. We're going to get it after this ball game.
That's right.
But, we may have a ways to go because Oregon at the line right now.
Yeah.
I love what Dana did with his guys right there. He spread the floor, tried to let Pritchard make a play. He made the right play. He played off of 2 feet and kept the possession alive and allowed the drive to go. So a lot of things to talk about in your timeout right now. Obviously, you got to tie the game up if you're Dana Altman with the made free throws right now. And if that happens, what's Gonzaga going to do? You got plenty of time, Boog, with 7 seconds. You know the press is going to come. I would expect it from Oregon to slow this thing down. And how you get the ball in, how you handle it. Killian Tilly's a good pressure release in your press breaker. A lot of things to talk through, but the most important thing right now is step to that free throw line and extend this game right now if you're a Duck.
Yeah, so Duarte will go to the line.
Hasn't been there a lot this year, Duarte. 5 out of 7 coming into this game. That's on the scouting report. You weren't real sure just by those numbers how hard of a driver he is and what he can do with the ball. He's proven to me that he's more than just a shooter. Right now, don't stare this free throw attempt down if you're Duarte. Keep your eyes in the same rhythm as you have as a jump shooter. Don't guard yourself on this free throw stripe by being stagnant and staring the rim down. Stay natural.
He's 5 for 7 on the year from the line. Chris Duarte.
Pretty good. As well as Walker jumps right here. 14. Box off 14 in black because he can go get it if it's a miss.
Tied up. Tilly gets it to Woolridge. Tilly, wow, that's from deep. And that is the way regulation ends. Tied at 66. And we are headed to overtime.
Oregon did a really good job to get Woolridge on the side and not let him off. And if you're Woolridge, you want to keep the ball in the middle part of the floor right here. Get it back to the middle, and he goes right up the side, exactly where Oregon wanted him to do. And you get that ball in the middle of the floor, and now everything opens up until he's just a little too deep. He can make it. 47% three-point shooter, got a good clean look. But if you're Woolridge, man, you had a chance right before the timeline to get that thing going back to the middle third. Didn't do it. And we play an extra 5.
Tied at 66 as we're headed to overtime. Michigan awaits the winner of this one. The Wolverines getting past North Carolina in our first semifinal.
And Boog, you wonder about Gonzaga playing with 7 guys, and now they play another 5 minutes.
No doubt.
With just 7 guys. Mark Few has kind of choked the game down, though, to make it a powerful blow-to-blow, body blow type game with his offense right in front of him. And I would expect nothing else from him in this overtime period.
Yeah, got to keep isolating Petrushev down low.
Yes. Pound away. You're in the bonus. Try to utilize your size. If I'm Dana Altman, the one thing I also emphasize in my huddle right now is get back on the offensive glass. There was a stretch there in the second half. They were just out jumping Gonzaga. And Mark Few's talking about making sure you make contact. Don't let the second shot beat us in overtime. What a ball game between two teams from the Pacific Northwest, fly all the way here.
Yeah.
Oregon can very well win that Pac-12 this year. A very good Pac-12 with Washington, Arizona. I'll see them next Saturday against Baylor. And of course, we know what Gonzaga does in that WCC every year.
Yeah, unbeaten in conference a season ago. They went 16-0, 33-4, lost in the Elite Eight.
Killian Tilly starts the overtime with 4 fouls. Really the only one in the game with foul trouble. And if Dana Altman got with his assistants, you might think, do we go at him one time and see if we can get him out of the game? Right now, not in the game.
Pritchard eyes it and shoots it. Rebound inside and a foul. And Walker with the offensive rebound and trying to put it in, and they'll shoot 2.
If we could have listened to the timeout between the end of regulation and overtime, I guarantee you Dana Altman talked about climb the offensive glass. And C.J. Walker is the guy that can do it and has done it in this game.
Walker, a freshman. Oregon got him.
Does he lean back a little when he shoots a free throw, Walker? From here, it looks like he's watching right now, just a little bit of a lean back. That's inconsistent. in my eyes going forward.
Now you got that song in my head.
Lean back.
Lean back. Lean back. No, sorry. Make it stop. John Shelby, Jimmy Dykes, happy Thanksgiving from the Bahamas. Gonzaga and Oregon in overtime. Our second semifinal. Winner gets Michigan in the championship. Petrushev, the double comes. Good hands there, and they knock it away. It was Richardson deflecting that pass.
And a really soft pass by Petrushev. He's been really good passing out the double teams, and that one, that was a soft pass in a hard part of the game.
Yeah, it was not crisp.
And just a habit pass that he thought, well, it's been there all game long. Nope, we're in overtime. Sprint out ball screen. Good breaks.
Feed inside. Walker grabs it, puts it up, and he'll go back to the line.
That guy is, his job description is go get it. And he has done it to open this overtime period. Good breaks right there to find the cutter coming down the middle of Houston, but then it's C.J. Walker. Again, it's just a fearless rebound. We saw him in the second half fly from the corner and get called for an over the back, but this guy is just super explosive when the ball's above the rim.
2-point game. Ducks with the lead. 3:52 to go.
Good productivity off of his bench. Dana Altman in those. Lawson a freshman, Walker a freshman, Patterson a freshman, Richardson just a sophomore.
Dana Altman finding out about his team. Showed some grit last night and again here in this one. Duarte, great save. Ducks basketball up by 2.
Costly no box off, at least a hard box off by Gonzaga. They didn't step to their man first, they stepped towards the ball, and that's a mistake against a jumping team.
Good look
well
inside, and the bucket there from Houston.
He's as good as we have. Peyton Pritchard, 3 and black, as a point guard in the college game. There's some great ones out there, but this kid is right there with anyone you can throw in that conversation as a lead guard and winning player.
Ayayi feeds inside. Woolridge had a great look at it. Rebound Timmy. Ayayi steps to the right. Good look. Petrushev puts it in.
Had to have it. Absolutely could not be an empty possession that time for Gonzaga.
A 2-point game. Philip Petrushev, 20 points, 15 rebounds. And a really nice game for the sophomore from Serbia. Pritchard step back 3.
Boogie's got his feet kind of just a little bit tangled up together, it looked like, on the shot. And now Mark Few has gone the first half, the 5-minute period without Killian Tilly, and now he's back. And there's the ball screen that Pritchard works off of. He lives between the pipes. You take that lane and just extend it to half court. That's what I call the pipes, and Pritchard lives there. And, well, that's the offensive rebound that they had to have, and Kispert kept it alive. Very well done. Run your man stuff. It's switching man to man at the end of the tape.
Good look, and a block there by Houston, but they call the foul. Wow.
The recovery defense, though, by Houston to erase what was going to be an automatic 2. Houston is from behind the play from the get-go, but that recovery speed, this is one that's got to go down. I know the contact comes, but you have got to get that down in overtime.
Petrushev gets the first. So far in this tournament, 37 points, 21 rebounds for Philip Petrushev.
Yeah, just 11 minutes a game last year guy. He has grown, blossomed, and accepted the responsibility of being the broad-shouldered dude that they need. What a ball game.
Tied at 72-16 to go in overtime. Break in the action, and we'll be back to the Bahamas after this. Well, Oregon, last couple of games, it has been tight and tough. Last night, overcoming a 19-point deficit. to win by 2. Today, down by as many as 17, forcing overtime. And here we are. Final 2:16 to go, tied at 70. Happy Thanksgiving. John Chumby and Jimmy Dykes. Bad Boy Mowers battle for Atlantis semifinal number 2. Michigan awaits the winner of the championship.
And Peyton Pritchard has been a bad boy himself. It's hard, if not impossible, to kill the will of number 3 in black. Challenge shots, check your guy, and chase the ball if you're Gonzaga right now. No offensive rebounds for Oregon. Should have been Mark Few's message. And if you're Dana Altman, get on the glass. Get on the glass. There they are.
Loose ball. Good. Walker puts it in. Offensive rebound.
It's the game within the game right now. Can Gonzaga keep Oregon off the glass? So far, in the overtime period, the answer has been no. This guy has taken over, C.J. Walker. Quick, explosive. He jumps while other guys are thinking about jumping. Watch him come in right here. Boom, got it up. Gotcha. One more time.
So here's Ryan Woolridge, the transfer from North Texas. And misses that one. Huge miss. Oregon by 2 of the basketball.
Shot it flat, didn't he? And a line drive. Loves the middle of the floor. The game opens up off of a sprint out ball screen. There it is. The first sprint comes and dives. The second sprint sets it. Pritchard goes to work.
Inside, that one. Halfway down, Tilly the rebound. Push up ahead, Ayayi. Inside, wow. Left-handed Goobertime.
What a hard shot by Joel Ayayi. Long stride and long release at the rim. Put your turkey leg down. We got a minute to go.
Gonzaga and Oregon, number 8, number 11, tied 72 apiece. Duarte, shot clock at 6. Duarte looking for some space inside, had it blocked, contested. What do we have? We got a foul.
Did the foul occur before the shot clock violation? They may look at it. Mark Few's asking for it. It was a bang-bang play. You heard the horn go off, and when did the foul occur in relation to the shot clock horn?
If it's on Tilly, by the way, it's his 5th.
The foul is there.
No, I think they got it on Tilly. It's there.
Yeah, you're right. That's going to be. This is going to be one that they're going to have to look at a couple of times, because the shot clock down here is at. Now look at the game clock. The shot clock's at 3, 2. Still no foul called. Still no foul called. And
it did.
Boom.
Hit the rim. Did the first shot hit the rim? All right. So yeah. So the first shot did hit the rim. So the shot clock should have reset.
Okay. So it's a foul, and here we go. Right. There's a shot. There's a shot clock reset. Mark Few saw the same thing we did. The Nishi's like, check the shot clock first.
Well, that was the end. That was the end of it. And so Tilly picks up the foul, and he fouls out. 7 points for Killian Tilly.
Can I emphasize enough the importance of boxing off number 14 in black? He's gotten all the offensive rebounds. Here's the first shot in the last possession, where right there.
Yeah, just got a piece of the rim there.
I'm telling you, you better step hard into his legs right here. You better get him. You better take him out of the play in case it's a miss.
I think that was off Gonzaga, and Ayayi was able to track it down. Wow.
Mark Few has a timeout left. He's also got a veteran team and his voice right in front of his bench. You know it's going inside. It's just a matter of what reaction occurs off of an inside touch. Got to get in the high-low to get it to the low.
Timmy inside, and there's a foul called.
Just forced it. Absolutely forced the ball in a good way to the box. There's no way Gonzaga was going to jump up and try to shoot a finesse 3.
Well, now the offensive rebounding of C.J. Walker has been eliminated. He picks up his 5th foul.
Just the reach around, and you got to do it. You've got to make them earn it right now. And you'll come in with a hard fouls and not let the shot go up and give a chance for an and one. And this kid Timmy is a tough dude. Had all kinds of offers out of Richardson, Texas, Michigan State, Florida, Louisville, Arizona. They all wanted him, and the trust that Mark Few has in a freshman in this game to get him the look says a lot.
Wow. Missed the first, and we stay tied 72 apiece.
Not a great free throw shooter so far through 7 games coming in. 66% from Timmy. We better get Petrushev's legs as well.
Wow. That one rolls in. 1-point lead. Gonzaga. Pritchard on the move. Peyton Pritchard dribbles out. And now timeout called by Oregon. 12.4 to go. Dana Altman's team with a magical win last night from an Oregon perspective, as they were able to rally from a 19-point deficit in the second half against Seton Hall and beat a ranked team. And now here against Gonzaga, another ranked team, forcing overtime. And right now they're down by a point. John Shambi, Jimmy Dykes. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Absolutely. They did the right thing with his team that time. He's got a senior point guard who started in the Final Four in 2017, so he lets him push it hard and try to probe and make something happen. It wasn't there, so he backs out and takes time out now with 12 to go. And in overtime, it's been the offensive glass of Oregon against the pound-away mentality on the other end of Gonzaga. 2 powerful teams, 2 teams that are very much deserving of their national ranking right now, could get all the way to the Final Four. And Dana Altman trusted his point guard to try to make a play. Didn't have it. He back dribbled out. Peyton Pritchard did. And now they have 12 to work with. How big is the possible miss by Drew Timme on the other end on the free throw?
No doubt. Here is Richardson. Richardson on the move. Richardson lost his footing.
Got it.
Now Pritchard steps back. His shot. That won't go. Tip. Loose ball. And they go possession arrow. It belongs to Gonzaga with .2 to go. And the Zags are going to escape. Wow.
The one defensive rebound that the Zags had to come up with. And you know it was the last thing that Mark Few said in his timeout. And they got one and just get it in. This thing's over. That's it.
And it is over. Gonzaga barely escapes. 73-72 the final in overtime. Mark Few's team picks up the win, and by the way, they get a little bit of the benefit of the slippery court. Ends up being a factor down at that end.
Yeah, we've seen it over the last couple of days, but what a hard-fought slugfest between 2 teams, that one just outside the top 10 and one inside the top 10. I say they're both top 10 teams.
22 points and 15 rebounds for our player of the game, Filip Petrushev. Brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers. Gonzaga with a win. And Petrushev was such a force down low.
Well, and I credit Mark Few to know this is who we're going to play through this year. Their offense changed from last year to this year. They live on the post-up touches of Petrushev, Timme, and at times Killian Tilly. But Mark Few said we're going to win this game with our big boy haymaker on the box, and it pays off. What a ball game.
Really good game, and I'm sure Dana Altman is frustrated his team did not win. However, they showed a lot. The grit last night, coming back from 19 and almost coming up with a win here in this one.
You can't punk either team, no doubt. These teams can score, but they are rawhide tough. Zags advance.
Michigan and Gonzaga will play in the championship coming up tomorrow. Again, our final 73-72 in overtime. We'll have more from Atlantis coming up. Time now for SportsCenter. And we say happy Thanksgiving. Zubin Mehenti and Tony Collins. Hi, guys.
Yeah, I was a little afraid they were going to call foul because I was wrapping the guy a little bit, but I still had my hands on the ball. And, I mean, they've been calling some, I don't know, tough calls today.
It's a family show. It's a family show.
Say it in one of your other 2 languages that you speak. Hey, let me ask you this. Fewy, To me, over here, Philip, looked like he said, I want this thing inside. And you guys went to work. I know the double team came, but that's where you won the game. Talk about the offense and how you closed out this game.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we had bigger bodies inside, wanted to take advantage of that. But also, once we got going in the second half, they were struggling with our open one ball screens. So we were just trying to set a ball screen, get a hard roll, get the roll, ball inside or on the field. So I mean, yeah, everybody stepped up today. Obviously, Corey started us off with all those threes, and then we just picked it up. But it was a team effort for sure, and it was a great game for us.
You guys are banged up right now. Some injuries. You played only 7. Did you start to feel it in overtime?
Yeah, I mean, we miss Edmond, Anton. Obviously, he's out. So, but I mean, people stepped up, limited bodies, but you just gotta come out and play. No excuses, and that's what we did.
Philip, we hear a lot about the Gonzaga way. In your words, what does that mean when you hear that term?
Man, I mean, it's just come ready to play hard and just move the ball, get into actions, get the best shots. We don't want to force anything. We just want to get the best shots. Just try to take advantage of every play and just play hard, man.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you, my man.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
How do you say that in your other 2 languages, by the way? In Spanish.
I don't know. I mean, in Serbia, we don't really celebrate that, so I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Nice work.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations on the win.
Yeah,
Gonzaga is into the championship game, and they will take on Michigan. For Jimmy Dykes and our entire outstanding crew, John Shambi from the Bahamas saying so long. Back to SportsCenter, Tony Collins, Zubin Behenti.